I think they are not the cheapest way in which you can manage the material, but they are the way there is, as far as we can see, we don't see measures that achieve the same level of performance, both in terms of the capture of the material for recycling and also the effect on litter. So if we look at the costs, we also have to look at the benefits. And in terms of the net analysis on costs and benefits, our own analysis suggests that yes, the cost may be a little higher than typically what you might be paying in door-to-door collection services, but you don't get the same level of benefit from those services. So in terms of a full cost-benefit analysis, they're justifiable on the basis of the elimination of the litter, which is particularly important in the case of beverage container schemes.
The companies who want to avoid it, they tell it's very expensive. If a system is in place, and we have seen it in Germany, it's extremely cheap, and it's even cheaper than the existing green dot systems we normally have in these states. So a deposit system, the total costs are lower than the costs of a very simple system which is less effective.
It's very important to have the correct cost data broken down by material type and then make the comparisons. And in addition to that, what are you getting for that cost? Are you getting a system that's only giving you 40% recovery and it's very dirty, cross-contaminated material? Or are you getting something that's an 80% recovery rate at a very, very high level of quality? Those are two completely different things. So it's good to study these things carefully and have the correct information when you're making cost comparisons.
It's not a tax when you get your money back. People say, oh, it's a tax. It's not a tax. If you're getting your money back, it's a deposit.
A deposit is not a form of taxation. It's simply a way of incentivizing the return into the proper system of management of the material.
That's a very good question. Why do the big companies oppose deposit systems? And that's a kind of a big puzzle for, I think, for a lot of us who actually do support deposit systems. I think the main reason is that they're initially going to have to put some kind of effort into it and some kind of money into it. And obviously it's a change, and people generally don't like a big change. But in countries where there are deposit systems, you'll find people like Coke are actually supporting it. So we know they will support it, and we know that it will be a success. So it's just, I think, a question of overcoming that inertia. Oh, we have to change our systems, we have to change our production systems, our delivery systems. But actually, when it comes down to it, it will work.
The main reason why the large producers are resisting a deposit return so vehemently across the world is that they don't want to take financial responsibility for their own products. They want to shift that financial burden onto local councils and consumers.
Most of the retailers that we hear from have no experience taking back containers. What we do know is that the retailers that are taking back containers in jurisdictions like Norway, Germany, and even in Quebec, where they have invested time and effort into figuring out how to do it efficiently, they see real results. They see increased people through their shops, and they're making revenue because they're getting paid for every unit that they collect.
So this is a system that has a robust business case, and it's why they survive for a very long time.